So what we're encouraging people to do is to understand that all of God's universe has been created in such a way that God wishes us to learn about how to use our will in a loving manner. And so basically what I would like to do is present this concept to you. So here's your soul, you as an individual. Of course, as I've pointed out before to you, your soul is connected to a spirit body and material body. Right? These are the bodies you use to express yourself in the world around you. This body is being used right now to express yourself in the physical environment. And once you pass, in particular, this body, the spirit body, will be used to express itself in the spiritual environment, right? But it's really the soul which is our primary point of interest. So this is the thing we're focused on. This is the thing that it was given the gift of will. Now, your soul, being the real you, the person you actually are, is just expressing itself through these bodies. So these bodies really are secondary in any discussion that we have about the lessons in love, about the loving use of free will. That makes sense, does it, so far? These bodies are really just the appendages, if you like, that our soul uses to express itself in the environment, in the physical body's case, the physical environment, and in the spirit body's case, the spiritual environment. So in the end, these bodies are just really appendages that we're using, and the soul, the real you, is controlling these appendages in your day-to-day life. And the gift of will, so this is a gift that God gave you, was given to the soul. And so what we need to do is firstly probably define what it means, what is this gift of will, this gift of being able to choose and decide. Why were we given it? And we need to discuss a few of those things first. And by the way, feel free to ask any questions as we go through this discussion, if you need points of clarification. So here we are, we have a soul, the human soul. Every single person is one half of a soul, and the other half of your soul, your soulmate. But each soul, complete soul, and remember when we talk about the soul, we're talking about sort of like this, where you've got masculine and feminine qualities in the soul, and this is split in two when we incarnate, into two, and so there's actually, usually, in the majority of cases, there's a spirit body and material body for one half of the soul and a spirit body and material body for the other half. So I am one half of one soul, and it's the complete soul that's given the will, the gift of will. Does that make sense? The complete soul is given that gift. And as such, if you think about it, when we incarnate, our soul, if we look at it from, perhaps I need to draw it in a different order, which I'll do. Here's our soul before we incarnate, and let's say it's what you would classify as more of a heterosexual type of soul. In other words, one part dominantly female, one part dominantly male, and the two halves together being pretty equal in the expression of masculinity and femininity. And when they incarnate, they split in the two halves and are attached to the bodies. So here we go, we've got the feminine bodies that are created at the time of conception and the masculine bodies that are created at the time of conception, and the half of the soul incarnates into those bodies. It's that soul that's been given the gift of will. It's not specifically the two halves individually that have been given the gift of will. And this is what some people find confronting right from the beginning. So they're going, what are you saying there? You're saying that the other half of me sometimes will control me. That's what we're really saying, aren't we? We're saying that the two halves have this ability to share the will of the complete soul, and so therefore the two halves could be operating either independently or dependently on each other, depending on their conscious awareness of what's going on. So that's one aspect of will. Will is the gift given to the complete soul.